Hey listeners, it's Cameron Michelle, and today I'll be reading part of a poem that was read on a very special day. On January 20th, 2021, at the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden, Amanda Gorman performed a poem that left the crowd in awe of her inspiration and hope for the betterment of our country. The poem states, "When the day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast, we've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just isn't always justice. And yet, the dawn is hours before we knew it, somehow we do it, somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country at a time where a skinny black girl, descended from slaves and raised by a single mother, can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, we are far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes, not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this true: that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we'll forever be tied together, victorious. Not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division." Scripture tells us to envision that everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one else shall make them afraid. If we're up to our own time, then victory won't lie in the blade, but in the bridges we've made. That is the promise we glade, the hill we climb, only if we dare. It is because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it. We've seen a force that would shatter our own nation rather than share it, would destroy our country if it meant declaring democracy. This effort very nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith, we trust. For while we have the eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us. This is an era of redemption. We feared it as inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it, we found the power and the author to a new chapter, to offer a hope and to laughter to ourselves. So while we once asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? That was only some of the amazing poem by Amanda Gorman called "The Hill We Climb." I hope you enjoyed. This is Cameron Michelle signing off.